Hi everybody, it's Sally from Sallystampers. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm bringing you my Ho 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 Ferreras. As I mentioned earlier this month, I was gifted a nice box of Ferreros, so I thought straight away, what can I make with them? A couple of projects I have made, and then I saw something similar to this on Pinterest and just knew I had to have a go. So this is using the Playful Alphabets dies. The one I saw on Pinterest had the large letters that we used to have a few years back, but sadly those retired, and although I do have them, I appreciate not everybody does and you can't buy them, and so I like to use current product. The lady that used the large letters actually sat the Ferreros just on a circle of gold card, which is fine because it worked really well with the large letters, but with these being smaller it didn't look quite so good, so I rejigged it and put the Ferreros underneath so you only had a small circle, and I quite like this way. You do sort of have to push these down and try and get the little nuts on the Ferreros just to tuck under the circles, otherwise they shift in transport. But yeah, really cute. Now, I did start making this and then completely messed up the measurements on my insert, so I do apologise. For that reason, I have already made the box base up. I wasn't going to do it again. You guys all know how to make a simple box base, so the measurements for it are 10 by 4.5, which is 25 by 11, and we score all sides at 1 1/4 or 3 centimetres, and then we just cut the 4 corners into wedges and adhere them inside the box. So at least we are a bit further ahead with the base being made. So the next thing I want to do is the insert, which is where my issue lay earlier. So for the insert you need a piece of card that is 3 3/4 by 8 13/16, 23.5 by 9.6, and we're going to score all of our sides at 7/8 of an inch. And hopefully this will work better, because as I said, the last one didn't work at all well. I don't know what I'd written down or what measurements I'd even, but clearly my adding up just didn't work. Okay, so we're going to fold and burnish the score lines. I do like doing these because they are dead simple. So fold and burnish. We're then just going to simply cut away the 4 corners. So no wedges, no chunks, no nothing. Just cut away the 4 corners. And then once you've done that, so that is how your insert will sit in your box base. So to make our Ho Ho Ho's, we are going to turn it over onto its belly, and we're simply going to measure the inside of the base into 3 sections. This is really just so that you get your circles in the right places. So not very good at maths here. Yeah, so if I do it in centimetres, I actually have 18 centimetres for my centre part. So that simply means that 8 into 3 is 6. 18 into 3 is 6. This is just a very rough measurement. Okay, and this is so that I can measure my circles. So I have my layering circle framelets, and I have 2 sizes that pretty much nest into each other. Okay, they don't completely, but they're pretty as close anyway. So the larger is for my gold circle for on the top, and then my smaller is for the inset. Now the only other way you could do this is by putting your H's on, but again it's a bit hard to see and you'd be messing about. So smaller circle, and it doesn't matter that you're doing this on the reverse. However, what I am going to do is put my, what am I did I put it? Is it that? Oh, I did use this one. Okay, I used my large one last time, but never mind, we'll go with this one. So you want to make sure that you're using a fairly non-marked plate, but I haven't got one, so we'll roll with this. In fact, no, I'm telling you fibs because I can't use this one because I need the wideness over my large one. So back in with my large cut and emboss machine, because I was forgetting that I needed. So this is, as you can see, this is a brand new plate. The only time I used it was for the 3 O's for the original box. But I'm going to put this down so that those marks are actually on the bottom. So for all intents and purposes, this is a fresh plate. So I'm going to pop my insert face down on here, and then you've got to remember that your O is going to be going this side of the lines. Okay, so I'm going to put the first one on. I don't want to be too close to the edge, but I equally want to make sure that I have space for my H. Okay, sorry, I apologise, that's slightly off shot there. So not too close to the edge, but close enough for my H to sit quite nicely just there. So I'm happy with that placement. Clean plate on the bottom. And then I'm going to, and the reason for the clean plate on the bottom, I shall explain in just one second. Well, I'm actually only going to roll it that way because I don't need to go all the way through. But I get no markings, no impressions on the bottom here. So I'm going to go through. I don't really want to reuse that. Okay, so this one now go here, and I didn't actually think to line them up top and bottom to make sure they're level, but that's basically how it works. So this one now on top. I say I don't really want to run the card all the way through because I don't need to. And then I'm actually going to flip it round to do this last one. However, I'm going to remember that my circle needs to be this end, not that end. Otherwise it will be wrong. It'll be an oh ho ho, which isn't ideal. I'm going to move that forward a fraction. Just make sure it's lined up. And then run it through again. And like I said, I don't need to run it all the way through because it's just enough to pop those out. So let me take this out of the way, because I don't need this again now. Remove those. Okay, so maybe not quite lined up, but I'm happy with that. Again, you might have to just go through and refold these because they'll have been flattened going through the machine. And then you just need to die cut from your playful alphabet 3 of your H's. Now, the original one I used wet glue. This one I've used the adhesive sheets because it's just obviously a lot easier. Peel the backing off, and then you can layer your H in place. So that's a little bit wonky as well. Should put my glasses on, maybe not have everything quite so wonky. Crikey, they really are wonky. They look straight when you put them down, and then the minute you take your finger away, that's it, they shift. Right. That one's better. Right, I have also, as I said, I've die cut my circle with a large circle, which is there, and then I need to cut the inserts out just to give me these rings. These are also on adhesive back sheets. yeah, whatever, you know what I mean. Take the backing off, and you can almost use your mark from your die cut. So if you can see, yeah, you can see there's an imprint, and that almost lines up with this. So I'm just going to stick this one on, and then I'm just going to die cut this other one and show you. Okay, let's move all this rubbish out of the way. So I've die cut it with an adhesive sheet on the back with that larger one, and then I can use my mini now. And so you're just going to pop this on, and then this will sit on the top. Now it pays to take your time just to make sure that that's sat almost perfectly central, and then when I put the top on, I actually keep my finger on that to stop anything shifting. So I put a real sort of a good amount of pressure into the centre to make sure that it stays where it should. Now again, I probably could have done with a cleaner plate, a fresher plate, but it's fine. So then you're left with your hoop, which we are going to put on here. She says if she can get the backing up. This is where I find that I didn't put backing on this one, isn't it? No, I know I did. I can see it. Definitely did. Yes. I was really self-doubting then, but it's okay. Right, so this is the last one now, just to sit on here. Okay, now this should sit inside your box. Okay, and it's too short. That's bizarre. Anyway, I will recheck the measurements. But you basically put your Ferreros inside, and then this will sit on the top. Now you will probably need to just manoeuvre these very slightly, but they will sit inside. I have no clue why that is shorter, but I will check measurements. Right, lid. The lid. Let's hope this works. So for your lid, you need a shim, which I don't have either now. Goodness me, it's time for a cup of tea, I think. Right, shim of cardstock. So your lid needs to be 9 by 3.5 with a shim, 23 by 9, and we're going to score all sides at 3/4 of an inch or 2 centimetres. Oops. Crikey, yeah, it must be getting close to lunchtime, I think now. Need to fuel my brain. So 3/4 all the way down. I'm just going to fold and burnish all of those score lines, and then as we do, cut these 4 corners, and I'm just going to cut these, and then we need to add our panels on the top. So give all those a little cut. Right, so for your panels then you will need a piece of gold foil sheets that is 7 1/4 by 1 3/4, which I can stick on here. And then you need another piece of your cardstock. I'm using Poppy Parade, and then I've actually used the Sweet Little Stocking stamp set again because I really like this Christmas greetings, because it was nice and long and worked perfectly for what I needed. Versamark, because I'm going to heat emboss it in gold, stick with that gold theme, and then make sure that it's fairly straight and fairly central. And then my gold embossing powder, which is part of the metallics range. So there's two different sorts. There's, I think it's basics and metallics. And this gold and obviously silver are in the metallics. Give that a little knock. And then heat emboss. Don't do this on top of the chocolates or you'll melt your chocolates. No, I haven't done it, don't worry. I know I can be ditzy at times, but no, I didn't do that. And then once it goes, it goes. Try not to burn my fingers. And then we're going to add some adhesive on the back of here, and that then sits on the gold panel. Very pretty. And then the last thing is some adhesive on these little tabs here that tuck underneath, just like so. And then last but not least, does it fit? Come on, what's going on here? Yes, it does fit. I just need to... Right, I'm going to tuck that end in. There we go. And there we have it. Crikey, I will check the sizings on the insert, but there we have it. Ho, 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 Ferrero. Thank you for joining me and being very patient, and I'll see you all again very soon. Bye.